Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we're talking about where does Chris Paul rank as far as point guards of all time. It comes down to this. He mentioned at the end of Game 6 that he'll always be a Clipper, and Billy Crystal will always be his guy and his family and the whole audience. You know, first year that he was there, they were swept by the Spurs in 4 games. The second year that he was there, they went up 2-0 against the Memphis Grizzlies, and then they lost the next 4 games against the Memphis Grizzlies. And against the following season, they won in 7 games against the Golden State Warriors. This is the 2013-2014 Golden State Warriors. So they were getting better. They hadn't gotten Andre Iguodala yet. And then they lost to the Thunder in 6 games. Next year in 2014-2015, they beat the Spurs in 7 games. It was a crazy 7-game series. And then they blew a 3-1 lead to the Houston Rockets. That was the James Harden, Dwight Howard Houston Rockets. 2015-2016, they had a 2-0 series lead again against the Portland Trailblazers, and they lost 4 straight games again to the Portland Trailblazers. And then his final year there, they had a 2-1 series lead over the Utah Jazz. Like, I don't remember who was even on the 2017 Utah Jazz. If you just say, like, okay, when he was in New Orleans, he just didn't have enough talent, that's why he wasn't successful. And, you know, even though he had guys like David West, PJ Stojakovic, Tyson Chandler, like, these are very solid players. Like, they weren't, like I said, especially in the West at that time, he didn't have a good enough team. If you say that, that's a wash. That's fine. Go Chris Paul. And then you look at his time with the Clippers, it's not very impressive. And you look at his time with the Rockets, they beat the Timberwolves in 5. I don't even know. That was the Jimmy Butler Timberwolves. And they beat the Jazz in 5. And then they had a 3-2 series lead against the Warriors. Remember, that was the year that the Warriors, that was Kevin Durant's first year with Golden State, and the Rockets almost beat them. Chris Paul pulled his hamstring or did something to his hamstring in Game 6. Wasn't able to play in Game 7. James Harden had one of the worst games that any player has ever had in Game 7, and the Warriors won that series. Following year, they faced the Warriors again, and they lose in 6 after beating the Jazz the year before that, right? And then he was traded to the Thunder. The Thunder go, and they actually take the Rockets to 7, so that's exciting. So he's able to make it to the playoffs, and that's really cool and exciting. But we're talking about the greatest point guards of all time. Can't put Chris Paul over any of those point guards. If you're Chris Paul and the Suns, and you go, and you're favored, and you lose, I kind of have to hold that against Chris Paul. Now, if they win and right up to the sunset, we'll have a different conversation then. I just want to have this conversation now. I think a lot of people are anointing Chris Paul a top 5 point guard, Mount Rushmore point guards. I don't know if I put him there. If I have to start a franchise, and I have to pick a point guard, all-time point guard, and Magic Johnson's gone, and Isiah Thomas is gone, and John Stockton is gone, and Oscar Robertson is gone, I take Chauncey Billups. No, I think that's the conversation Chris Paul's in. He's in that tier right below, where the Chauncey Billupses, the Steve Nashes, the Penny Hardaways, the Pistol Petes. Y'all don't know nothing about Pistol. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that Chris Paul is a top 5 point guard of all time? Do you think he's the best point guard of all time? Are you like me? You think he's not in the top 5 just quite yet? We'll see what he does in the NBA Finals. Let me know in those comments down below. Do click that like button to show your support for the channel. Subscribe for even more content. But most importantly of all, have a good day.